Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining me again today. I am glad you're here, giving yourself this moment to slow down, to listen, and to reflect. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Let your thoughts settle. This time is yours. The question we explore today is simple, but it carries great meaning. It is this: what is something small you do that makes your day feel better? When people think about happiness, they often imagine big events, a wedding, a new job, a holiday, an achievement. But life is not made of big events. Life is mostly ordinary. It is made of mornings and evenings, meals and conversations, routines and pauses. And within these ordinary hours, there are small things that quietly make life brighter. Think of your own life. What is something small, something ordinary, that makes your day feel better? Perhaps it is the first sip of coffee or tea in the morning, when the house is still quiet and the day has not yet demanded anything from you. Perhaps it is a short walk outside, when you stretch your legs and notice the sky. Maybe it is sending a message to someone you care about, just to say hello. These actions take only minutes. They do not appear in history books. And yet, they are powerful. They shape how you feel, how you carry yourself, how you live. Let me share a story. There was once a man who worked in a very busy office. His days were long, his schedule full, his energy always low. He felt tired, rushed, and often stressed. But every day, during his lunch break, he took 10 minutes to step outside. He would sit on a bench under a tree, without his phone, without talking, just breathing. Those 10 minutes became his favorite part of the day. He said, "It is such a small thing. If I tell people, they laugh. But without those 10 minutes, my whole day feels heavier." The small action became his anchor. Small things may look unimportant, but they carry meaning. They give rhythm and balance. They remind us that life is not only about what we achieve, but about how we live each moment. So I ask you to pause now. Think of your own life. What is one small action that makes your day feel lighter, calmer, or brighter? Small actions are like invisible threads. Alone, they may seem weak, almost unnoticeable, but together they weave the fabric of our days. When those threads are missing, life feels loose, fragile, unfinished. When they are present, life feels steady, connected, whole. Think of the small rituals that carry you through the hours. For some people, it is making the bed in the morning. That single act of order gives a sense of control. For others, it is lighting a candle in the evening, marking the moment when the workday ends and rest begins. For another, it might be writing one sentence in a notebook each night, a thought, a memory, or simply a word that captures the day. These actions don't take long, but they create rhythm, and rhythm creates balance. There are also small decisions that shift how we feel. Choosing to walk instead of drive. Choosing to drink water instead of more coffee. Choosing to listen deeply when someone speaks instead of reaching for the phone. These decisions are tiny, but their effects ripple outward. They remind us that we are not only reacting to life, we are shaping it, moment by moment. Sometimes the smallest actions are invisible to others, but deeply felt by ourselves. Whispering a prayer before sleeping, naming 3 things we are grateful for, smiling at ourselves in the mirror, even when the day has been hard. These gestures may never be noticed by anyone else, but they transform the way we see ourselves and the world. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young woman who lived alone in a small apartment. Her life was busy, and she often felt tired and disconnected. But every evening she watered her plants. It took only 10 minutes. She walked from one pot to another, pouring a little water, checking the leaves, sometimes speaking softly to them. To others, it looked like nothing, but to her, it was sacred. She said, "This small routine reminds me that I am caring for life, even in simple ways. Without it, my days would blur into work and sleep. With it, I feel grounded." Another story. A teacher once said that the best part of her day was greeting her students at the door. It lasted less than 5 minutes. A smile, a nod, a small word of welcome. She explained, "When I start my day this way, I remember why I am here. I remember that people matter more than tasks." That 5-minute ritual changed the way she felt about her entire day. This is the beauty of small things. They do not demand attention. They do not require applause, but they change the quality of our lives quietly, steadily, faithfully. So I ask you again, what is your small thing? When you look at your day, what tiny action makes the difference between heaviness and lightness, between stress and calm, between indifference and meaning? My friend, as we come to the final part of this reflection, let us return to the question once more. What is something small you do that makes your day feel better? We have seen how small actions are more than habits. They are anchors. They hold us steady when life feels rushed. They remind us of beauty when days seem ordinary. They give us rhythm when time feels scattered. Think about how many of these tiny anchors have carried you already, perhaps without you even noticing. The sound of a song that always lifts your spirit, the first step outside in the morning air, the way you arrange your space before bed. None of these things will make headlines. None of them will be remembered by history, but you will remember them because they made your life feel lighter, calmer, better. And sometimes it is only when they are gone that we notice their power. A simple morning routine you once thought unimportant can be missed deeply if it disappears. A small greeting from someone you love can feel priceless once you no longer hear it. This is why reflecting on small things matters, because by noticing them now, while they are here, we give ourselves the chance to feel gratitude before they slip away. Let me share one last story. There was a man who lived into old age. When asked about the happiest part of his day, he did not speak of travels, awards, or celebrations. He said, "Every evening after dinner, my wife and I would wash the dishes together. She washed, I dried. We talked, or sometimes we were silent. It lasted only 15 minutes, but if I could relive one part of my day forever, it would be those small minutes by the sink." That ordinary routine became, in memory, a treasure. This is the lesson. Small things matter. They matter not because they are impressive, but because they are faithful. They repeat every day, and by repeating, they shape us. They shape our mood, our energy, our connections, our peace. So I ask you now, before you leave, what is something small you do that makes your day feel better? Share it with us in the comments. Your answer may remind someone else to notice the beauty of their own simple routines. Thank you for being here with me today, for giving yourself this time to reflect on the little things that hold so much meaning. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More reflections, more stories, and more deep questions are waiting. Take care, my friend. Until next time.